Today we're going to talk about one of the latest books I read, which is Gaby Trianna, Island of Bone, The Haunted Florida. So this was is the first of a series. I don't believe they are connected apart from the place they are set in. At least that the back cover doesn't say anything about that. They may be connected in some way, but I don't believe they are necessary for you to read all, because this is a self-contained story. So, in this story, we follow a woman, which is Hallie Whittaker, which she dropped out from a job and after her grandmother died, and so she wanted to put her ashes in that island where she lived, where her grandmother lived back in the day. And so she went there. There is a tornado or something like that, or a thunderstorm, very powerful thunderstorm that you get in the Caribbeans there, and this part for if you're not American, and I am not. I didn't know about this place. This is a place, an island in Florida, just like below of the below, just short of, I believe it's 200 kilometers of Cuba. So it's very near Cuba, and I believe it's the nearest island to Cuba from the United States. And so this place is a storm is coming, and so she picked the wrong day to go there, but alas, she went there, and after she arrived there, she starts feeling things, and she goes to a place to sleep, which coincidentally or not, it's the same place where her grandmother lived for several years, back when her own mother, so the mother of Hallie, was just born. She was like 1 or 2 years old, so it was like 50 years ago, and she lived there for some couple of years with her husband, so Hallie's grandfather. Unfortunately, Hallie's grandfather died, and we are introduced to this just in the prologue. Victim of drowning or something like that, because he disappears in the sea, and he's like traveler, not a traveler, but I don't think they. It's a fisherman that hunts, and a hunter, treasure hunter. And so she died. He died, and they had to leave that place. But it was against her will, because her family lived there for several years before. So she didn't want to leave. Unfortunately, due to that circumstance, she had to leave. So the tale itself, it is a short book. I mean, 300 pages or so. No, 200 pages or so. And you are introduced a bit about Ellie, a bit about the grandmother, a bit the family that lived out at that place, the feud that exists between families, and the mystery behind the grandfather's death and the house death. So I won't delve much more on it, but I will tell you something. So Hallie, she has some problems. She takes a medicine, and I put here in the even the what do you say, the a post-it or something like that to trigger that part, because she asked her mother, why do I take these pills? She's a grown 26-year-old. Why should be asking that? Does she have like a lifetime of pills, or does she go to the doctor and the doctor passes the pill? I don't know how this works, but it's a bit unrealistic that the 26-year-old is taking a medicine about something she doesn't know. Remember me. This is the way the author came up to the explaining why she's taking medicine and why stopping the medicine is triggering something in her. And that part, it's, I don't know. I didn't like it. That part. It felt a bad way to introduce something. Again, the tale itself, it's okay. It's nothing major. I didn't enjoy it as much as I hoped because the ending was a bit convoluted. The way it's writing, the way it's written, it's a bit simplistic and simple. I mean, I'm not a Native American, and I could understand everything flowly. It flowed. The book flowed by me. I read this in 4 days, but in 2 or 3 just sets of 50 pages each time. In the last, I read like 100 pages. But it flows nicely. If you want a fast-paced thriller or with ghosts, supernatural, and so on, yeah, go read this. Unfortunately, I don't think this is the cup of tea for everyone, and Goodreads support that. You see a lot of not 5 stars, 4 or less, and the reason is again the way it's written, the story, the plot convenience that exists, and the overall story is not that interesting to me. I didn't enjoy it. Um, but I have the two other books that she published in this series, and maybe this was the first book, and maybe that's the reason that it's not as good. Maybe it's the first time she wrote something. I to be honest, I don't know that. Don't quote me. No, but it's not because she wrote several other books there. But again, contemporary IA, yeah, everything she writes is IA. I kind of understand now the simplistic way. Then, to me, as you know, I don't deal well with modernities nonsense, woke nonsense, and so on. And this book was written in 2018. There is a couple of situations that I find it boring and remove me from my enjoyment. I mean, there was an instance like, to be fair, it's not that much, but okay, it's not that much and doesn't really bother me. But these two parts, yeah, yeah, take your white privilege somewhere else. A man measured as charged by because she was taking her pills. Who talks like this? I mean, who? Karen? Is this a man Karen? Is this man black? I mean, I don't understand. Speaking of white, he was bone-colored man, so white, and wore khaki shorts, a polo shirt, and nice boot shoes. So he probably just come from tying up his yacht in the marina, and he's saying, "Go take your white privilege to her." Doesn't make any sense, man. But okay, whatever. And then the second part is when she says something like that. When she trying to get a man in the house to help her, trying to find out the mystery, but at the same time she doesn't want to say that because the house is not hers. She says, he only wants to help. I mean, you want to absolutely sure that our shutters are secure, don't you? Make sure the house sustains minimal damage. It's good to have a man around for the art stuff. It was awkward, sexist thing to say, but I knew it would appeal to her older woman sensibilities. Fuck off. I mean, yeah. Next time, yeah, you see a lot of women building houses and in the drainage, removing the garbage disposal. Yeah, you see a lot of women there. Like 50-50 ratio, right? I mean, this is not sexist. It's a reality. Men are stronger than women. That's it. There is no shame. There is one is better. No, nobody is better than anyone. It's like saying like a dog runs more than not a dog, but those running dogs that makes races than a sausage kind of dog, those small dogs. Of course, it's going to run faster. He was bred for that. I mean, women and men are different. Women are more sensible than that's not every time. Okay, it's not a generalization, but it's a usual. Of course, there are women that are strong. I'm not saying that is not, but man, it's not a sexist thing to say that. Whatever. This trigger me as everything else triggers me. So that's it from you.